Last episode we reached our first hiccup and had to figure out fabricating our own dash. This week we get the engine back from the engine shop so we can finally start getting things put back together. This has been a moment I've been waiting for quite a while. We're finally at a stage that we can actually start putting stuff back together. Which is weird because it seems like all I've been doing is just pulling stuff apart and just making a mess. But seeing a fresh lick of paint on the engine, it's been machined, re-sleeved, leveled, valve guides have been replaced, Welsh plugs in the heads have been replaced. I've still got to replace the Welsh plugs in the block, which I can do, and they'll be nice and clean looking, not painted, which I like the look of. So really exciting, but also very nerve-wracking, obviously having never done this before. I've been researching so much and looking at every guide I possibly can, every video I possibly can, and I'm just gonna have to take it slowly, be really diligent and hope I don't mess it up. So for starters, I guess I just need to get started from the bottom up and see how we go. So nice to be working with everything clean. I can finally put on a fresh pair of latex gloves and just build it the way it's supposed to be built and not feel like I've got to deal with a bunch of grease, oil, gunk, dirt, and who knows whatever else, broken bolts, nuts, and the works. So it's a very exciting time, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. I guess I'll just start. Well, I've already made my first mistake, unfortunately. The seal for the rear crank is a split one that you then reach over the top, put that on, and then it comes with a spring that tensions it on the inside lid. Now I've seen people go about this two different ways. You probably can't see, but there are two tiny loops. I can't even get it on outside its position, let alone when it's actually fiddly in there. So what I've seen other people do is just stretch it over the front delicately, but as soon as I even started, it just completely ruined the spring. So it's now way bigger circumference to where it can't tension the seal itself. So because of that, I'm already stuck. I was just getting started, for goodness sake. And now I can't do anything. So pretty bummed, to be honest, but I'm gonna need to order. I'll probably order two just in case I mess up the next one. I really hope I don't though, but I don't know. I'm probably just gonna have to open these little things a little bit so that I can actually hook them on when it's in place. But man, it's super annoying. I was really pumped to sort of like make a bit of headway on the bottom end today, but now I'm stuck, aren't I? So what I can do though is tinker with a couple things. So I don't know, I might have a look at the head and see if there's anything I can do on that. I wondered why my neck and back was sore at the end of the day, but watching this explains a lot. After a crazy amount of time doing this, it's now taped up, but it's crazy hot. And of course the wind's picking up now as well, so not ideal. But I think I'll be able to do pretty neat little sort of squirts and hopefully don't waste too much paint. Quality control in full swing. Not sure whether Kendall appreciated the added pressure, but she nailed it nonetheless. So after a ridiculous amount of time, we managed to drop the gearbox and shimmy it out the side. I'm going to whack it with a bunch of degreaser to begin with, just to get off so much gunk, and then I'll be able to take it inside. I'm not doing a full reconditioning. That's, as far as I'm concerned, I think that's a bit above what I can do. At least for now anyway. Eventually I want to be able to do it, but right now I'm just going to clean it up, replace all the gaskets that I can, make sure that the speedo end is fine in this end, and then just get it nice and clean for reassembly. It's done. That took way too much time and patience than I thought it would have. But it's a good lesson for just being extra diligent. But that's so fiddly in here. I would show you, but I'm not taking it apart to show you exactly. God, it's so silly. The two prongs, well, there's three prongs. This prong's spring loaded. All you really need to know is that it was fiddly, stupid, complex, and very annoying. You get the idea. I don't want to have to do that again. I'm stoked. Stoked. It's messier than I thought. I really wanted this to be clean. The first bloody gasket I put in, it's already been put through the ringer, but it's definitely better than whatever they were using before on the sealant. So hopefully that should keep things pretty clean. I've got damaged bearing there. I'm gonna have to replace that. That's wonky as. But other than that, all the articulating surfaces look great, which I'm stoked about. I'm gonna have to get new bearings for that while it's out. Other than that, I'm actually pretty happy with how all of it is going together. The condition of all the splines are great. I think this has been redone at some point, which is really nice. I might even just get like a basic bearings pack and just while I'm here just replace all bearings while I'm at it, but as a whole it's quite a relief. Now I've got to order parts and wait, which is the more annoying aspect of this stuff, but I don't want to order them for the sake of ordering things. With yet another thing to wait for in the mail, it was time to replace the gear stick. Running out of things to do inside, I decided to remove the steering relay from the chassis, strip down and paint the cross member. I'll eventually be doing the entire front half of the chassis in rust bullet once the bulkhead is out. Now that is a terrible exhaust, and I don't even think that it's actually the right exhaust for this car. So we've got a brand spanking new stainless one. Should do us right. And the seal finally arrived. So after a ridiculous amount of time, while trying my best not to damage the spring, it was in. The next job, an even more fiddly annoying task. After a lot more time, the rear crank was officially done. Thankfully, the other two were a piece of cake as they don't have any seals in them. Well, let's hope I installed it right. Next week, we put the finishing touches on the engine and the gearbox.